Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Alex Builds. Today we're doing issue 49 of Eagle Moss's Build Your Own Back to the Future Delorean. So in issue 49 we're continuing on with the internal cabling and we're adding some seat belts and everything like that. So let me show you what we're going to be doing in this week's magazine. So these are the parts we get here. As you can see, we get all the cabling in there and we get some seat belt parts here as well. So we'll put that to the side and we'll open that up in a minute. And we'll flick to the first instruction page. As you can see, as we start off, we're going to be installing the seat belts, adding some wiring in there, and then we're going to start tabbing this to the back and tidying all the cables at the back, adding some cable ties to make it nice and neat and tidy as well. Then we're going to cable tie this wire together and do the same sort of thing, feed that through the back as well, and then we're going to be adding some tabs to tidy up that wire, and we should have something that looks very similar to that at the end. So quite a few steps to do today. I hope you've all been out enjoying the nice hot weather. It's absolutely sweltering out there. So yeah, I'm going to try and get this one done as quickly as possible because I'm in this little tiny box room and it gets really hot in here if you've been in here for a while. So yeah, let's get the parts open and start building. So we've got the parts at the packaging. There's a lot of wires in there. We've got these seatbelt parts here, which we're going to install first. And we also need the internals of our DeLorean, which we've got here, the interior. So what we're going to be doing first is adding these parts here. So this is the first one that's going to go on, and this one's going to go this side, driver's side, and you've got a location pin which helps lug that into there, and then we need an IP screw to secure this down. So we're going to try and get this in first time. Look at that, it went in first time. Well, that was nice and easy. Let's hope the other side goes in just as nice as that. There's our seat belt in. So now we've got our second one, and we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to place that over the top there and see if we can get it to stay in place like we did the last time, which I don't think it's gonna. So I'm going to have to hold it, or we might actually feed that through there. It might be a bit easier. And then we can hold that over there using the pin as a guide. We should be able to get it just like that. And there we go. That's just got both our seat belts on, just there and there. So now we're going to start on the cabling, and we're going to need these three cables here. So we've got this black one here with the little detail on the end. This is the fatter of the three ones. So the other two have like a smaller detail on there. Let me show you. So the one on the left is slightly smaller than this one here. We're also going to need this red and white cable and the multicolored cable as well. So what I find easier to do is make sure this end is twisted, the end opposite the detail, because that's the end that's going to be sticking out this way. I'm going to start feeding this through. All three of these I've got to go down the passenger side, through here, out the back here, and then out the back hole just down here. So I'm going to try and feed this through here. And that's come out the back nicely, so we can lay that one down. Then we can take this big black one and do exactly the same, feed this one down as well. That one's gone through nicely. And the last one, which is this one here. So I don't know which end it wants us to have, so I'm going to put the twisted end through, because we can always twist the other end when we get that down there. So let me try and get this one through. This one might be a bit more difficult. We're struggling for space down here now. Oh, that needs another twist on there. And I'm just going to push this down the side here. Try and help that through. There we go. I can see it. I've got it. Right, so now that's them three all in there. So we've got this one here, and where is it? This one here. So I don't know how long we're going to need these. Are we going to tab these down? Yes, we are. So we're going to use one of the longer tabs, and there's going to be two screws. There's going to be a GP screw and an AP screw. So the GP will go one side and the AP will go the other. So we're going to want to pull these back through. That's that one. That one. And is this all getting tabbed down together? It looks like it. Yeah, this is all getting tabbed down here together. So I'm going to tidy these up at the back, get them all the same sort of length, and then we'll stick the tab down. The only one we don't want in with this is this red one that comes from this side, goes down. I'm going to want them to pass through this point here, and I'm going to fasten this down. Right, so now let's get in the tab on, and that's going to be going down here. So we want a GP screw and an AP screw. I'm going to put the GP one in first. Let's get that through there. I'm just going to tab this one on, just to the back, just here. That'll make it a bit easier. Now we can pull all these cables down into here, putting our tab across. And now this will hold it for us. Let's get an AP screw ready, and let's fasten this down. So just the time when you really wish you had a spare hand. Right, that's in there. Let's get our AP screw. Down in there. And we can tighten this one up now, and that's all them cables trapped in there and tabbed down. Something like that is what you should have just here. Now we're going to need the two other black tubes with the shorter details on them, and they're going through as well, and they're going the exact same way and coming out the same hole. So this might be a bit challenging, but we'll try. Oh, got them first time, look at that. So they're coming out of there. So we've got our two pipes, and they're going to be going through this 2 points here, and we're going to be tabbing them down as well. So we need to feed them into there, put our tab on. The screw hole will be on the side that's closest to the center. And now let's take our AP screw, feed that through the hole, which it doesn't want to stay on the screwdriver. Push our AP screw in, and let's start screwing this one down. Just like that. Should have them two tabbed in there. Now we want to come back around the front here, and all these cables are basically going to get cable tied together. So we want them all nice and neat, and let's get a cable tie in there. So I want one around about here somewhere. So let's go there. Just going to start the cable tie off, and I'll pull it nice and tight once we've got all the cables where we want them to go. So this is going to be running along this beam bit here, so I'm going to have it around about here. That's that bit of cable, and now the next one, it wants another cable tie, but it wants it to go just behind where this seatbelt part is here. So let's get another cable tie, making sure all the cables are through it. Positioning the cable tie where I want, and tightening that up just like so. We'll trim them a little bit towards the end. That's what we should have nice and neat now. So now we need these two cables. We've got the black one here, and we've got the multicolored one down the bottom, and it wants us to cable tie these first before we install it, so we can put some cable ties on. I'm just going to loosely put them on for now, just to hold them together. And it wants it about, so I'm just going to have that sort of loose so I can maneuver where I want them. And we're going to do another one down here. Right, so now I've got it sort of loose. I want the cable tie, I'm going to have it in the same sort of area as this one. So this one, we can tighten it up. Right, so we need to start feeding these through. So I'm just twisting the ends together, making sure that they come through together when I feed these through. This is going down the driver's side and out the other end. So let's poke this one through. sure they're nice and tight. Let's put that one through. Yeah, it's gone through nicely. Pull the red cable one through, and these are getting tabbed just in the middle, just down here. So these are going to be coming down here. So I'm going to move my cable tie down just a little, and I can put that in a minute. So let's get a tab in. And again, it wants an AP and a GP screw to secure this down. So I'm going to put the GP one in first, which is the right hand side one with the tab. That's that one, and then we can swivel that round, popping that into place, and get an AP screw in the other side. That's that one. And now tighten this side up as well. There we are. Now we can tighten these cable ties up. So I'm going to pull this one down a little, just to roughly about here. Tighten that one up. This one's going to run down the similar sort of channel to the last one. So I'm going to have that cable tie round about here. So we can trim these cable ties down. So I'm going to use some scissors. Trim that one off. That one off. And we did the other side as well. That's that bit done. Now we've got two more tabs that we need to tidy up some more cables with. And they're to go in these areas here. So there's one this side and there's one this side. So we're going to be putting them in. And just like before, we want an AP screw on the left and a GP screw on the right. So I'm going to put this in first with an AP screw this time. Now I'm pulling all the cables down through that channel and bringing that across, grabbing a GP screw, and let's get that one on as well. GP screw all the way tightened, and now the AP screw. That's that one. Now we just need to do exactly the same to the opposite side. So let's get our last tab. And get this one on. So I'm going to screw the one screw in just lightly. AP screw at the ready. Let's pull these cables nice and tight, get them in there nice and neat. Now let's get the other screw in the other side. Now we can tighten that up. One. And number two. And that's sort of what you should have up to this point. All the cables all nice and neat and tidied and in their proper tab points. And around the front, we've got these two cables that are going to come down here and here on this side. So coming up next time with issue 50, we're going to be continuing our interior with the driver's seat. There you go guys, that's issue 49 all done and dusted, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below, and if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and make sure to come out and check out some of my other videos on my channel. Till next time guys, take care, bye bye.